We got a fun week planned for you. We are talking about players and we're talking about youth, all right? Because this new regime, they hate old men. They hate them. Hate them. So now we got all these kids running around, second youngest team in the NFL. And we're going to talk about our favorite, the top players under the age of 25, our favorite babies in the world, or really on the Jets, right here, right now. Boy Green meets Wudi.
Can you guys help us get a jet chant here? Yeah, going.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. Come on in.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go!
J-E-T-S, Jet, Jet, Jet! Let's go! J-E-T-S, Jet, Jet, Jet! Let's go! There you go,
Third Party Thursday.
Chris joining us here on the program with a capital P here on the program.
Jake Asman, come on down. How you doing, good sir?
Wow, what an intro. I mean, Boy Green is known for having the intro, but Wudi, that was unreal, man. Thanks for the kind words, son.
We are men of many names.
My favorite Austrian Jets fan right there,
Yeah.
baby. Boy Green
Meets Wudi. Welcome to another episode of Boy Green Meets Wudi. It is your boy James Wudi, and you already know we are Wudi, rocking everywhere. Right here, you see him. He's doing his thing with his wrist on it. Hey, all right, he is the boy who became king, Mr. Paul Esden Jr. is in the building. How you doing, my good sir?
James gosh darn Wudi, baby. We love to see it. And oh, baby, we just got it. Unbelievable, Wudi. And what a start to the show, because it won't be as obvious, with my normal raffles that happen on the show where it jumps up in bright colors on the screen. Ooh, this person just gifted a membership, or ooh, super chat, or whatever the hell a super sticker is. Sometimes it won't be as obvious. We're keeping track of it behind the scenes, but we have our first submission to our brand new joint raffle, Wudi. Oh, yes. And it is from none other than Bubba Badshaw, who just sent his money for a raffle ticket. And Wudi, what a perfect way to start off the show with our father watching with a proud eye and his hands on his hips going, look at those boys. Look at them over there. And here we are. So, Wudi, why don't you announce it to the group what we have here on our screen?
The first ever joint raffle. All right, you've seen Boy Green raffles. Right? You haven't really seen Wudi raffles, but here we are combining together to give you the ultimate prize, which is watching the team that we all love and enjoy. Well, definitely love. I don't know about enjoy sometimes, but love for sure. All right, we're gonna watch them live against the Cowboys, and I'm telling you right now that the value of this is tremendous. All you need to do is subscribe to this channel that you're most likely already subscribed to, right? Boy Green at Boy Green25. All right, subscribe to at Take Flight Talk on YouTube. Right, so that's just 2 clicks, and then a $20 raffle ticket to Boy Green via PayPal, like Badshaw or Venmo at Boy Green 25. And what does that get you? It gets you 2 tickets to the Jets versus Cowboys Section 228A. All right, so we not up in the nosebleeds. We out here, good seats, 2 of them. All right, 2 tailgate tickets. So all that delicious eatery from the one and only Chef Kevin Gilbert, all right, that he's working hard to provide. You have access to all of that eatery, you and your plus one. And then you get two commemorative T-shirts just to remember the time. And who doesn't like T-shirts? Come on now. So we're talking about tickets. We're talking about food. We're talking about drink. We're talking about shirts. All for just simply 2 clicks and $20. Come on now. Come on now. This is an unbelievable opportunity.
Well, Woody, we have to thank you for the idea. That's awesome. And this is exactly what we're looking for. So Bad Shot says, I've already bought my tickets. He's coming to our Jets Cowboys game extravaganza. He's already pot committed, but he's trying to bring others. And that is my call to the people that are already going. Woody, we got 50 people coming to this wonderful extravaganza on Sunday, October 5th, week 5. But if people have already paid, all right, that are already coming with our group, that's awesome. This too, and I want to make this clear. I made it clear on Boy Green Daily. There's no refund here. So if you did win or win, well, you did win. I mean, we're all winning, obviously, going to this game. But if you did already pay for Jets Cowboys tickets through our deadline last month, if you win this, you don't go, sweet, I'll take my money back, Paul. No. You are able to bring more people. Badshaw has the right idea here for this event. And basically, it's free outside of your $20 raffle. And again, the chance to get $600 worth of stuff for only $20, that's a hell of a deal. And you are allowed to submit multiple raffle tickets if you'd like to increase your chances. I guess as long as you don't spend $600 in raffle, you're going to win. Even if you spend $580, that's more than the money in terms of you save. So feel free to submit in multiple raffle tickets if you'd like. This will be going on throughout the entire month of July. This has already just been posted on social media today. We're going to blitzkrieg you guys every single day with this. I hope you enjoyed. It's an awesome idea from Wudi about giving back to our fans, and us doing it together is amazing. So you guys are going to hear about this on Boy Green Daily, Boy Green Meets Wudi, and every other show that I hop on. So good luck, everybody out there. This is a cool way to give back and to give an opportunity for some. $600, Woody's a lot of money, quite frankly. And not everyone can go to an NFL game. This gives you a chance. Don't you want a chance? And again, one of my coolest memorabilia items I have is right here. It's the autographed New York Sack Exchange helmet. And I did it for this same idea. I gave a memorabilia shop a $20 raffle ticket, crossed my fingers, and I won this awesome ass item that obviously is worth well more than the $20 I spent on it. So why not take a chance? The first two items are free. Subscribing to this channel and Woody's, which you probably already do anyway. Bing, boom, and then $20. You can't beat it. It's going to be awesome, Woody.
Absolutely. Good luck to everybody who plays. Again, the value is just unbelievable. But yeah, it's about giving back, this union that Boy Green and I have had, this is I would say, right, this is like year two, right? We just had our anniversary a couple months back. And, to see how you guys ride with us in the afternoon. I know you guys, got Boy Green Daily in the morning, but to come on here in the afternoon and ride with us, we got to give back, show that appreciation. And, for this game, this upcoming game, the tailgate itself, that celebration of everybody who's always in the comments, always showing love. Well, you know what? Let's show a little bit more love. All right, a little bit elbow grease. Throw that in there with this opportunity. And good luck to everybody who participates. And I can't wait to dap up the winner when October 5th rolls around.
For sure, there will be a dapping. There's no question about it. I'm looking forward to the dapping. So, folks. Good luck throughout this month. Again, we're going to beat you over the head with it, so it will be impossible to miss. And good luck to everybody, and hopefully as many of you as possible get your ticket in for the dance and have an opportunity to win this. But, Woody, another thing we're doing with a couple hundred people in the room, like the video, hit subscribe, is this awesome, another idea from Woody. You're just chock full of them, apparently. I'm looking forward to the next one. But the top 5 players under the age of 25 right now here on July 1st. What a way to kick off the month of July with training camp 18 days away with the rookies reporting, Woody. Another great thought here. I love this idea for the show.
Appreciate it. Appreciate you. But before that, I just want to, and I'm sure you've mentioned it, but I just wanted a record on my Take Flight Talk channel of the Dolphins making a couple moves. So let's, if we could just the two moves. We'll talk about the Minka, right? Minka's back.
Unbelievable.
For Jalen Ramsey, Jonnu Smith. Also, I feel like they kind of disrespected Jonnu Smith. Like they acting like it was just a 1-for-1 deal, as if Jonnu isn't anything. and then somehow, some way, convincing this big, like Boy Green would say, probably this big bastard, Darren Waller, to come out of retirement
Unbelievable.
and join their squad. Boy Green, your thoughts on both?
Yeah, the Darren Waller one happening today, in case you missed it. So Darren Waller unretires. He retired last summer. His rights were held by the New York Giants. So he unretires. Dolphins called the Giants up, say, hey, we want to unretire the guy that you have the rights to. We want you to trade him to us, and we'll switch around some late picks. The Giants move up a year and up around. That's how it's going to work. They get a 6th next year's draft, 2026. And the Dolphins get a 7th a year later than that, which is 2027. So some late round pick swap-a-rooney action happening there. Well, how creative, how Ryan Khalil of the Miami Dolphins to, pokey flute his ass out of retirement or whatever's happening there. Waller needs another paycheck. Fascinating. I would say this. Jonnu Smith kicked our ass last year. I wrote a piece about it earlier today. I think he had 12 catches, 100 yards, and 2 touchdowns against the Jets, and he was just carving us up like some turkey. It wasn't David Njoku bad, who smacked our ass all over the place in that crazy Jets-Browns Thursday Night Football game, but it was not great. So seeing him going from twice a year to once a year, okay, that's a net positive for Jet fans. Darren Waller, I wonder how much is left in the tank, because when he's been on, he's a former Pro Bowler, but he's only been in his 9 seasons in the National Football League, not including this one, which will be his 10th. He hasn't been able to stay healthy, and he has a checkered history of off-the-field problems as well. So when Waller's head is on straight and he's healthy, he's awesome. It's just been hard to rely on either of those things, particularly the health reasons over the last couple of years. So, all right, Miami, that's sort of a weird move. They've made a lot of weird moves. They're giving me 4th place AFC East energy right now, Wudi, which I'm all about.
I won't comment on that last sentence, but I will say, yeah, for Darren Waller, it's kind of hard for me to argue with anything you said. Like when his head is on right, and that's the thing, right? A big part of his retirement, was it more physical or was it more mental? And the fact that we don't know kind of goes to show you like how important both of those are for his success. And if they can get it right somehow, then they just they got to steal. But I don't think I don't think that'll happen actually. Whether it is mental or physical, I don't think both of them will be recovered enough at the same time for him to do too much damage. I know McDaniel, great offensive mind and all that type of stuff, but there's just a lot of disarray happening there. And I know there's definitely ways that so, I just I don't know about that, but what I will say about the Jonnu Smith, your point about Jonnu Smith is bad show. You might be giving me some cash money. I don't know, but yeah, I'm not too worried from a Dolphin Dolphins my least favorite team in the league. From that perspective, I'm not worried.
Okay. Interesting. And I'll also say for the Pittsburgh side, let me say this. Tell me if you agree or disagree. So a lot of players got moved over the last 36 hours, whatever it is, with Jonnu Smith going to Pittsburgh, Jalen Ramsey going to Pittsburgh, Minkah Fitzpatrick going back to Miami, and now Darren Waller, if you want to throw that one in, go to Miami. I think the best player that got moved within this 36-hour period was Minkah Fitzpatrick. At 28 years of age, what they are right now, I think the best player in any of those deals was Minkah. And he's 28 and he's going back to the Dolphins. And the Steelers are getting Jalen Ramsey, who I don't know how much tread is on the tires for one Jalen Ramsey. He may be more style than substance. He may be more name than player. And while Jalen has been historically a really good player, in 2025 at 30, if you get to old me, I could have one or the other, Minkah Fitzpatrick or Jalen Ramsey. I'm taking Minkah Fitzpatrick 12 out of 10 times.
we're gonna have to check the math on that, but yeah, I think the best player of the all the moves, yeah, I would agree is Minka.
Okay. I got
You
some
know,
clapback on that on the Jake Asman show. He asked me the same thing. Oh, whoa, Boy Green, all these crazy moves. This is pre Darren Waller move, but he said, "Hey, like, what are your
oh, they were
thoughts?"
saying Ramsey.
And yeah, when the words came out of my mouth of, well, to me, Minka was the best player that got moved. And the comments immediately said, dude, like, check yourself. Jalen Ramsey, disrespect and slander. And I'm like, hey, man, he's had a great career, but we're talking about right now. This isn't a Hall of Fame move. This is a, hey, right now, who's the better player? I'm like,
Yeah,
Minka Fitzpatrick. But I got some pushback on that.
yeah. I mean, he is, but in terms of like impact for the team, like I really don't think John Smith should be overlooked either,
For sure.
honestly. And I know they got Fryermuth, they got some guys over
Correct.
there, but
Yeah.
what John was doing, especially specifically with Arthur Smith, and Aaron, you know, we obviously will all be watching week one. Just want to answer Hep real quick, and then we'll jump into the list. I actually need to purchase my tickets, but no, I will be flying up. I gotta rent a car, right? There's some things I gotta handle in Dirty Jers before we have our grand old time, October 5th. I'll be there beforehand to hey, we got a host, right? So a host, we got to do the most if we want to be a good host. So easy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what his plan is. He was going and he wasn't going, then he was going. So I have no idea. But what I do know is I still appreciate his contributions every single bite of the Big ZD. I'm gonna be like, yo, appreciate you, Easy. Appreciate
Okay.
you.
But for
Um,
now, this particular portion of EZD you're leaving in the fridge, is what you're saying.
this this yeah, I mean, I got some stuff to
All right.
do. So yeah.
Okay. So sorry, Hep, but that won't be. I would have loved to see that show. Cameras coulda, shoulda, would have been on in that car, but I guess we'll see what is Easy's next play there.
Yes, yes, yes. Maybe next year. But yeah, I guess yeah. Let's talk about this list. We got some guys. I mean, this team is young. This team is young. Matt
Sure.
O'Leary said it. The average age of this team
Mm-hmm.
is 25 and a half years old.
Wow.
So we really, he came out with that, and we had already written this in stone that this was going to be the topic this day. But I just felt like it was so fitting that happens to be the median age, and that's how we split it. Was we didn't say 26, we didn't say 24, we said 25, and that happens to be the median age of this Aaron Glenn team. And when you think about it, there's reason to be excited with this. To have a young group, right? What that tells us is that I actually just made a clay sculpture with my son over the weekend, and the fresher the clay, the easier it is to mold, right? And this
I didn't
is
know that. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't. I think I saw the movie Ghost once. As they're sort of working it, but it's been a hot second.
That's your only experience with clay.
That it is. Yeah.
Okay. Well. Yes. The fresher the clay, the easier it is to mold. And that's what Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji have done. Is Aaron AG, he wants to have his own stamp on the league. He wants to have his own fingerprints on this team. Well, how are you going to do that? By the clay that's easiest to mold in his vision, what he sees, what he wants to bring to life. That's how you do it. So I can wholeheartedly get behind that. Even though I miss my guys, there's a lot of veterans. Morstead's probably the most universally beloved that we all miss. But yeah, after working with that clay with my boy this past weekend, I was like, you know what? Maybe AG's onto something.
Oh, okay. He's jumping on the train. So, without further ado, let's dive into this. As Danger Zone said on the Take Flight Talk YouTube channel, can we rename this the Leonardo DiCaprio episode with top 5 players under the age of 25? I think actually, if we did the Leo one, it might be younger than 25. But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. Woody, do you want us to get us started, or you want me to do this thing?
Um, I can do it. I guess I can do it. Yeah, sure.
Okay, that
Um,
was the most confident answer I've ever heard of. Yeah, you sure? I guess if you bully me into it, I can do it. Like Jesus, come on, Woody.
yeah, Mickey Mouse is here. Mickey Mouse is here. I guess I was. I guess I was out here.
Here we go.
Number 5.
Give me Braylon Allen. Dude's a beast.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Wait, what do you mean? What is that? What do you? I don't even know what that
Okay.
reaction's all about. You don't like Braylon Allen?
Okay, go ahead.
What? He's a beast. Was the youngest player in the league last year. He is the youngest player. Damn, there was a stat that I seen, like the youngest player in NFL history, or no, like the most yards in NFL history by a 20-year-old. I want to say is
All right.
what Braylon got. Caught a touchdown by the oldest player. Just a historic. In a lot of different ways last year. But I feel like this guy. I mean, he's a bruiser. He's a third down back. He's a power back. I mean, we're going to see some highlights from him from years to come. But for this season specifically, I'm expecting big things. I'm expecting touchdowns, and I'm expecting those short yardage situations. Of course, they have Justin Fields. Of course, I still love Brees Hall. But Braylon, I think we're going to see some growth from him that is going to make us all smile.
Damn. Top 5 for Braylon? That's a little rich. Little rich.
Damn.
Again, top 5 players at 2021. Oh, okay. Top 25. Well, okay. We'll see. Anywho, let's go to
Number 5.
Armand Membu, baby. Boom. Immediately.
Somebody who's never even played in the NFL.
Immediately.
Bruh.
Boom. Come on, man. The 7th overall pick in the draft. The second offensive lineman taken. Positional value. What he brings to the team. The plug-and-play nature. This guy's been a right tackle since he came out of the womb, for goodness sake. He's been preparing for this moment forever. How is he not immediately inserted into the top 5 players under the age of 25? Armand Membu is plug and play on the field, and he was plug and play on this list. Number 5, Armand Membu, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even trying to hate because I like Membu. That
Apparently
pick,
not, but okay.
No, listen to what I'm saying. I do. But to say that Braylon is rich and then, to pick somebody who has literally played 0 snaps in the NFL is, I don't know. Seems like the pot calling the kettle black.
Well, Woody, I would never call you black, okay? I would never just come out and just doing kettles, black, pot black, anything of that nature. But I'll tell you that you are flabbergasted at my list over here. Braylon Allen, how many snaps did he play last year? You know what I mean? So, if we're talking about green, Braylon Allen is a lot closer to Armand Membu than someone else. He's played 1 season, man. And he wasn't even the guy. Brees Hall was the guy.
Well, I liked what I saw, but hopefully Greg is right, and we will remember this year.
That's it. That's a good fantasy team name. Let's work that in. I had not thought of that previously, and I've already worked my fantasy team name in. Dr. Fields good, but remember the Titans. That'd be a great name. Just came off the top of the dome.
Yeah.
Remember the Titans. Try to work that in if you can. I like it. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Okay, here it is.
Number 4.
I would imagine you will have his counterpart, but for me, man, I don't know, man. I just love what I hear off the field, what I see on the field, both pass rush and in the run game. You brought up the Browns game. In that Browns game, who had that pick 6, if you will? Give me JJ, Jermaine Johnson, who I'll always have a special place in my heart. Is he not? Oh shit! Did I not? I
He's
didn't Wikipedia.
26, dude.
What?
He's
Was he
26.
26? What the yo?
Dude,
No,
this is
no,
the
no, no,
top
no.
5 players under the age of 25.
We
What are
got
you
nah,
shopping in the?
we gotta check his
What are you
birth.
shopping in the Cougar section? Jermaine Johnson. What in the world? He was like
now
older
we
than
definitely can't call
25
it
when
the
he was
Leo.
drafted. What in the
We can't call
world?
it the Leo. We cannot call it the Leo episode now. I guess I got too old.
26. Dude,
26. Yo, are we sure? Can we check his birth certificate real quick?
check it. January 17th, 1999.
Okay. Hey. All right. Quick pivot. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Quick pivot. Give me number 4 on the official James Wudi list. We talking about under the age of 25. Give me Olu Fashanu. All right, left tackle. All right, this is come on now. He's our DeBrickashaw. We actually had somebody come on this show live. Our guy Ryan Roberts, one of our favorite guests, and actually say that make that comparison himself. And Olu, that's who I'm expecting to be there. For years to come, had a solid rookie season, and is a huge part of what we're trying to do specifically this season with the offensive line. He is the anchor. What?
Just as soon as you said it, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I'm pretty sure he's 26, but let me not just say anything without double checking. And I pull it up and I'm like, dude, he's 26. It's not even close. Like, we even talked about this before the show that even the 25-year-olds were eliminated. Sorry, pal. If you're 25, you're out, old man. You're a gonzo. Oh, that's so funny. That just gave me like, ooh, what? So okay, that's hilarious. So hey, stay tuned for Thursday's episode with your people over the hill. Jermaine Johnson will be on that list. Anyway, let's. That was good. All right, let's go
Number 4.
It's your boy. I'll put him on the list. Breece Hall is number 4 on the list. He deserved to be in the top 5. He's got a lot to prove. There's no question about it. I loved Breece Hall joined the Get Got pod with Marshawn Lynch and Mike Robinson, both of the Seattle Seahawks. And there's a lot of quotes that went viral from the interview. The one that won't go viral, and I don't know if it got many mentions, is Breece Hall said, "I'm sick of being potential. It's time for production." And he says, everyone, like last year, Jeremy Fowler's ESPN top 25 list, he was the number 1 rated running back under the age of 25 in the entire league. And he was the second best running back in football by this panel, only to Christian McCaffrey. And Breece said, enough of the potential bullshit. Like, stop saying potential. It's about production. I got to show up. So he's putting a lot of pressure on himself. I love to see it. But come on, how can we not be infatuated with the word that apparently Breece Hall hates, the potential of Breece Hall? We all remember the first 7 weeks of his rookie season. Dynamic. We were like, whoa, the Jets hitting on a second-round pick like this is insane. And unfortunately, his ACL blew out. And then we've seen flashes of it in different and varying spots. He deserves to be on this list. And I hope a year from now, actually with age, I don't think he will be on this list a year from now. But nonetheless, if we did do a list where he could have been on this list, I would love to feel better about putting him even higher. But a 4 just feels like the ceiling in which I can put him based on everything that we've seen thus far.
I mean, clearly you're going to hear about Breece. From me, I felt like that was a little disrespectful, but we'll talk about it. Okay. Well, I guess actually speaking about disrespect,
Number 3.
You guys are gonna find it disrespectful, but it's love. I'm a huge fan, of the player. Like a huge fan of the player. What he's about on and off the field. Boy, I can't even.
I just have a feeling you're gonna say some nonsense, but go ahead.
Say some nonsense. No, it's not nonsense at all. Like I literally have nothing but positive things to say. It's just that I have more positive things to say about 1 and 2. That's literally all it is. And with that being said, I love nothing else. Just love Garrett Wilson. I love him.
Oh my God.
on the list.
That's it's disrespect. Okay, go
That's
ahead.
definitely not disrespectful. But yeah, I mean, he's a great player. He was electric his rookie year. Continues to be a dynamic, catcher. Catch radius is crazy. Hasn't been as good, yards after catch as he was in the earlier seasons. But still, I mean, a great possession. I feel like he's actually become a stronger catcher, like at the point of the catch. And that's what Rogers was kind of throwing to him last year. There wasn't really much separation that Rogers was giving him with his throws. So he was able to go high, go low, just contort his body, and that's something we've seen. His durability is something to be praised. The best ability is availability. And we've seen games where he fell on his back. We're like, oh my god, he is out for, and he's back the next series. So, yeah, like I said, nothing but positive things to say about Garrett Wilson. He's one of the top players under 25 on this team by far, even though he's turning 25 in 3 weeks.
I just have to who in the fuck are number 1 and number 2 on your list? I can't wait to see.
I mean,
Who made
you
it
already know,
above
but
Garrett Wilson? There's no way. There's no. Oh, it just hit me. There's no bleeping way. But okay, we'll get to that later. Oh my God, you can't possibly be serious. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to
Number
that.
3.
This guy we need to put very high on this list. Olu Fashanu is number 3 on this list. And some people are going to be upset with that because they're like, hey, limited sample size and things of that nature from last year. He played in a ton of games. He didn't have a ton of starts. Olu Fashanu, man, when you consider that this is our left tackle of the present and future, when you saw what he did, what he learned from Tyron Smith, what he learned what to do and what not to do from Tyron Smith are both very important lessons, I'm sure, based on that last season. This guy used all the, analogies and this or that, the dancing bear and light feed and elite pass protector coming out of college. And the run game was the things he needed to work on. I just said, and obviously with both of these guys represented in my list, I feel so awesome about these offensive tackles. And this is going to set the tone for everything that the Jets do. Run the football, pass the football. Olu Fashanu is a big piece of it. And if he could be half the player that D'Brickashaw Ferguson was, we're going to have a wonderful New York Jet for a very long time as the blindside protector. I had to put Olu Fashanu number 3 on this list. He's my guy, and I'm very excited for his future.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because you went with the 2 tackles that obviously are going to have a great impact on the run game.
Mm-hmm.
But I went with the 2 runners who should be benefiting from the improvements on the offensive line. So, with that being said,
Number 2.
give me the Sonic of Sonic and Knuckles. Give me none other than the man who's trying to eliminate potential from everybody's vocabulary. Give me Brees the Beast Hall at what number I'm at? Number 2 on this list. Yes, number 2. And it's simple.
Oh,
Boy Green mentioned the first year. I mean, he was out of this world. He was the front runner to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. But then, he was like, Gary, you having a pretty good year. Let me tear my ACL real quick, hand this over to you. Then, the next year, right? Boy Green acted like, 7 weeks. Okay. The very next year, he was 3rd in the entire NFL in scrimmage yards. The entire league. There's only Christian McCaffrey and Tyreek Hill. Brees Hall's number 3. So it's not a flash in the pan. He gets, in my opinion, he gets far too much criticism, nonsense thrown his way. And the potential, of course, right? We can say potential is there. I do anticipate him reaching it this year. This is a do or die year for him. The fan base, he does not have the support of the fan base like Garrett and Sauce do, in terms of an extension or anything like that. No one's saying those words for him. So I think this is a do or die year, and we're gonna see something. When I look at my this list, especially the top of the list, can this person be argued to be the best player at their position? This in the league, and when we get to number one, there's already people who've been thinking that for years, but I am anticipating, right? So that involves projection, that Brees Hall will be in that conversation at the end of this year.
Wow.
Damn, you hate. Oh my god.
Well,
Nothing
because
but hate.
if I can be honest, honesty is important. It's a ridiculous placement on this list.
It's not.
Ridiculous. Because the fact of the matter is this. So year one, he looks great for 6.5 games, and he gets hurt. He's out for the rest of the year. So that's all we have. Year two was beautiful. You just mentioned it. Third in all scrimmage yards behind those two wonderful players ahead of him. That's good. Last year, he was booty cheeks. So,
Booty cheeks. That's crazy.
Booty cheeks. So
yeah, that's not true. That's your opinion.
Okay, explain to me why he wasn't booty cheeks.
What do you mean? He had good games.
Fumbles last year, not good. Booty cheeks.
Yeah, he did have a fumble issue, but booty cheeks is like 400 yards, which is what we've had. Our leading rusher having like 400 yards, maybe 100 receiving yards and like 2 touchdowns. That's not at all what Brees Hall. That's booty cheeks. All right, and we had that. What Brees did, he had multiple dominant performances last year, but they were spread out. It wasn't a dominant season. That's to me, that's like almost saying, like the Sauce thing, like, oh, Sauce was trash this past year because he wasn't what we expected of him. That is what I feel like you are applying to Brees Hall right now.
All right, well, let's do this. Let's clear some things up.
Number 2.
Garrett Wilson's number 2 on this list. And here's a big piece that I value. The best ability you can have is what, Wudi?
I don't know. I never heard that saying before.
Yeah, you've heard it. What is it?
What?
Availability is the best ability.
Okay.
And Garrett Wilson, you mentioned it earlier when you put him at 12th on your list or wherever you had him, is that Garrett Wilson is tough as nails. And when he gets hurt and he's been hurt and grimacing the middle of games, goes to his sideline, says, wrap it up, I'm going back out there. And he's a tough son of a gun. He's always available. He is the most productive Jets receiver we've ever had through 3 years to start a career. Ever. Garrett Wilson, number 1 in production. Brees Hall, while there have been glimpses, he has not been the most productive Jets running back in the first 3 years of a Jets career. He has not checked that one off the bucket list. Garrett is a dynamic player that thrives regardless of what's going on around him. Brees Hall, the offensive line was shitty around him. His game regressed. Garrett Wilson, the shitty quarterback play around him, he didn't just survive. He thrived with the shitty quarterback play around him. Now, there was a ceiling to said production. He is not Justin Jefferson. He is not Jamar Chase. Based on the production, Garrett would tell you, give me a good quarterback and come check back with me, and we could have that conversation. But Garrett Wilson has been available. He has been productive. He has made dynamic plays that are among the SportsCenter top 10 plays of the year every year of his career. He is clearly, to me, the second best player under the age of 25 on this team, on this list. And I think he has a potential to obviously surge higher. Not higher on this list because he ain't going to be on this list much longer officially, but for his career. Yeah, I don't think it's close. So, yeah, I'm just a bit appalled of the placement of some of these people on your list.
Which, for the record, for if you guys just tuned in, is literally just one spot lower than Boy Green had. That's what he's talking
So
about.
where'd you have Garrett? Where'd you have Garrett?
Number 3.
Oh, so
You
bronze
got a
medal.
number 2.
Bronze medal. I gave him a silver medal.
So,
Big difference.
and so the one spot is what has Boy Green in this tizzy. Shout out to Pops. Speaking about Paul, right? Shout out to our Pops. This hey out here, trying to do your thing. Hey, let me hear you. Let me hear you drop it. Let me hear you drop it. Like if you at the bar. Hey, what up?
What up, boo? What up, boo thang? I am.
Hey.
I am Paul, and then you burst out, Junior, and I'm like, yeah, what he said. Hey, baby.
Nice. Hey.
What's the best ability? And she goes, ooh, what is it? I'm like, availability. Your boy is open and available. Single and ready to mingle. Yeah, see, that was it. I was always available. And just like Garrett Wilson, 7-Eleven, he's always open, and so was I. Everyone needs love. And I was there for them.
Nice. The Riz is off the charts. Okay. Hey.
But come on now.
Well, I guess we don't have to. Number 1 is the same.
Probably.
We don't. I guess we could continue as we were doing it. Yeah, we can.
No, we could do
Number 1.
Come on. Let's get
you have whatever you're gonna say about him. I'll just say Sauce. In terms of best player in the league at that position, right? Sauce was the most valid argument you could have made for any of these players that are in this pool of people that we're talking about by your parameters of Jets corners and what they accomplished in their first few years. Trophy wise, I don't even put him in the same class as Revis, to be honest with you. But the trophies, you can make that argument. So with that being said, Sauce, he's tremendous. Love his mentality. People trying to say stuff about Ice Spice. I'm not really too worried about that. But he's a moldable piece of clay that I think we need him to be molded by AG, just to fix some of the deficiencies. I think some of the things was made easier by solid scheme. Now that we're going over to AG land, just mold this man into the player that AG was, but now with Sauce's strength, length, and athleticism. Okay, now we are talking about now we might be talking about Revis, right? So I think great player. He's been great so far. And, moving forward, looking at the ceiling, like I really don't see a situation where I would ever say that Garrett is better than like Jettas or Jamar. But like I can see myself seeing like, oh, Sauce is better than Surtain. And I can see a world where I'm saying, oh, Brees is better than Derrick Henry.
Saquon Barkley.
Saquon, what is yeah? I can say
if we're going fantasy drafts, it's probably Bijan, Saquon, not in any particular order. Bijan Robinson, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley. Those are probably among the best.
So I said King Henry. You got probably King Henry.
Oh, no, King me. That's
from one king to another. What are you talking about?
Sure.
Yeah. Saquon. I mean, Saquon is tremendous. We'll see if he can play a full season this year. CMC obviously deserves some love, but hopefully, I don't know what his future holds. But that's what I'm saying. There was a time where we didn't know what Saquon's future held, and now he had this. So yeah, it's tough to know. But yeah, I would say like you just said, those three. Bijan.
I'm sure I'm missing somebody else, but
Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm not gonna lie, looked pretty good. Now they hate on him because of the Sonic and Knuckles thing, but when Montgomery was out, he was unstoppable.
Yeah.
Like Josh Jacobs had good numbers, but he wasn't efficient. Like I wouldn't put Josh Jacobs like fantasy wise. Oh yeah, sure, but he wasn't the efficient runner that Gibbs, Bijan, Saquon, Henry were. And like that's what I'm saying. I saw Brees with my own eyes, like look as elusive as them. So that's why I can put him up there, or I feel good putting him up there.
Yeah, there's no real drama here. It's always fun when me and Woody can have a different number one and we lose our lids and things of that nature. But come on, this is pretty straight to me. Sauce Gardner was a first team All Pro in 2 of his first 3 seasons. No other corner has ever done that in the modern era. That's pretty good. Sauce has routinely been considered the best at his position or among the best at his position. The other players on this list have not been in that category. Now, the thing I would, I push back because I can see it in my vision, is that I could eventually see Garrett Wilson being in the Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson club. It's all to me on himself, but also the quarterback game. He hasn't had that chance, so it's impossible for me to prognosticate of what he could or couldn't look like. So I could see a world where he's there because of just the ridiculousness, the unique fluidity and things of that nature that he brings to the game. And with consistent quarterback playing, consistent feeding of the ball, I'll be curious in this offense with Tanner Engstrand, where he's going to create opportunities for Garrett, where he should be getting 5+ catches a game every game, but the yards will be up to him. You mentioned the yak numbers. That's an advanced level stuff for the people that don't realize that. Like, that's sort of what Garrett Wilson's calling card is. You get the ball in his hands, and he's able to cross over basketball, morph the two sports together, and really utilize what brings his best game out. And he does need to show more of that here coming up, and hopefully that's a feature in the 2025 season for him. But yeah, Sauce is the number one player on this list. He is a pillar that we should all build around, that the Jets should build around, and they should not think twice about paying this young man life-altering money. And I know some people have questioned that in the comment section. I have seen too many shitty first-round picks for the Jets to now turn my nose up at Sauce, where we've had D. Milner, we've had Quentin Coples, we've had Darren Lee, we've had Vernon Golston, we've had Dwayne Robertson. Like, we've had all kinds of shitty people. And we're like, yikes, rookie contract and then gone from the NFL. Sauce is awesome. And I'm not afraid to say it, and fans shouldn't be afraid to say it and embrace it and spread around the love. It's amazing how good of a player Sauce is. And I'm curious what next level exists in his game. And people would point at tackling, people would point at turnovers and things of that nature. And maybe he can achieve those things, maybe he can. But yeah, Sauce is number one on this list, and it is a proud thing to have him on this list. To even have players that are in his breath in the National Football League is a wonderful place to be, and something I certainly don't take for granted.
Yeah. Now the only thing I would just say is that none of those names that you named should be factors in Sauce's extension. From a fan standpoint, yes, that the love, right? Like, you can appreciate D Milner, and then okay, now we see Sauce, but from a because you tied that into now he should get life altering money. I wouldn't, because that's kind of going back to what we always say. The fear with Fields is, we're just like, like we had Zach, like, look at this very painfully average season. Give him the that's kind of the sentiment that I was kind of feeling from what you were saying. But no, Sauce definitely deserves an extension. I would love if, honestly, I can't even lie. I would love if every single name on my top 5 was a Jet for life, but obviously that's not gonna happen. That's not realistic. But if I can settle for Sauce, then I would still be happy.
Yes, I think it's an important note that you make, that we can't just say this guy's better than the last guy. Like, boom, that's a reason to keep him forever. In Sauce's particular case, obviously he has credentials and things that back it up more than just being right. Like D. Milner, shitty corner. Sauce, better than a shitty corner, pay him forever. Obviously, his credentials speak to a greater degree, but I agree. It's purely from a fan perspective of seeing what these draft picks are worth, and then hearing other Jet fans who obviously are not making decisions in that room go, trade his ass, we'll find another Sauce. I just feel like a lot of people have been very disrespectful with what Sauce brings to the table. He is not a perfect player. Quite frankly, he's never going to be a perfect player. There's always going to be things. Again, we bring up the tackling and the turnovers. Some people are just not good tacklers. And most corners are not good tacklers. And I'm not saying he should just be complacent. Try to be the best you can in your areas. Rivas did that a lot early in his career. He found out what his faults were, and he worked on them like nobody's business, and that's why he's a Hall of Famer. So I really hope that Sauce puts in that same level of love, energy, and everything into the flaws or holes in his game that he believes are there. And he does seem like that kind of guy. About like that he's never satisfied. And you saw that in a lot of the Jets documentaries early in his career after year one, where rookie of the year, all pro, all this, you're the best corner of all time. Like he was with Tony Oden in June saying, yeah, fuck all that. I want to be twice as good as I was last year. I love that about him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Gray heads on their shoulders. I would say, the entire top three. I just love that draft class so much. Maybe it's unhealthy how much I love that draft class, and I just felt like they were all just so much mature. That's why I tried to sneak Jermaine on there because they just were all. Well, I guess now his maturity makes more sense, but for the other ones, the head that they have on their shoulders, everything they're saying, everything that they believe, everything that they're about, how they get to work, like, it's just all things to be proud of and to root for. So, yeah, I guess to put a bow on all of it, we got some fantastic players under the age of 25.
I'm glad we had choices. There are a lot of teams that don't have this luxury that we have now, so I hope Jet fans appreciate that with draft picks of this year and other players on this team, that we could even have a list and feel good about the list. Not like, someone brought up, hey, Isaiah Davis is under 25. Okay. So is, a bunch of random ass people are on here. And hopefully they could do wonderful things in 2025 that pushes me and Woody next year. Oh, shit, we left him off the list last year. We got to put him on now. I hope we're having those conversations because that's good for business. Woody,
well, special shout out to someone who might actually do that is my guy who's still like number 8 on my list, or number 7. Yeah. If I had extended it, Mason Taylor. Let's see what he can do. Another youngin, right? 21. Just second generation. I'm super, super excited about him being a New York Jet.
Well, as am I. Before we get out of here, folks, we have over 200 people, at least on my side, on top of what Woody brings over on Take Flight Talk. Make sure you guys like the video, hit subscribe on YouTube. And another reason you should hit subscribe, if you're not already, people that are watching, I want to give another special shout out since we have our peak amount of viewers at this moment in time, and for the people that are watching after the fact. This giveaway that we are doing is going on throughout the entire month of July. Do you out there in the universe want to win 2 tickets to the Week 5 Jets versus Cowboys game, Section 228A? Yes, you will be sitting with us. Me and Woody factored these tickets in when we purchased all the tickets from the New York Jets. Do you want 2 tickets to Jets-Cowboys game? That is Sunday, October 5th, Week 5, 1 o'clock. Do you want 2 tailgate tickets? Food catered by Chef Kevin Gilbert. We have water bottles and select alcohol, not open bar. Again, water bottles and select alcohol will be available at the tailgate as well. And 2 commemorative Jets-Cowboys t-shirts to remember the event. Do you want all of that action? Well, here's how easy it is to have a chance to win those fabulous prizes. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already. That's youtube.com/BoyGreen25. Subscribe to Woody's YouTube channel. That is at Take Flight Talk. TAKE Flight FLIGHT Talk TALK on YouTube. And then submit a $20 raffle ticket via PayPal or Venmo at BoyGreen25. That's my handle. BOY Green the color 25. And you are in, baby. Make sure when you send in that note on PayPal, Venmo, you give me your first and last name, your email, and so I can reach back out to you if indeed you end up winning. It will be at random. Everyone that submits a $20 raffle ticket and subscribes to both of our YouTube channels will have a chance to win. This is a $600 value. These are not nosebleed seats. These are not no-nonsense seats, random-ass seats in the stadium. These are the same seats that all of us are going to be sitting in. If you are already going to the Jets-Cowboys game, you're a fan of the show, and you already bought tickets, bring more people along. That's what this opportunity presents you guys. Me and Woody wanted to give it back to you guys, and this is a cool way to do it. This will be posted on social media. It'll be announced on every show that me and Woody do throughout the rest of the month. So, guys, please, please, please take full advantage of this. I'd love to see some people get a great chance to go. I know NFL games are expensive. $20 is something we can all afford. If you have hopes of making it to one of these NFL games, it's a lot more affordable, and you have the entire month to even collect your $20 together, even if you don't have it right now. If somehow you're in a compromised financial position, reach out to me and say, hey, Paul, I plan on getting this to you in a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. It's throughout the entire month of July. Good luck to everybody. We'll be promoting it and talking about it a lot. We wanted to give another shout out here as we have nearly 300 people in the room for this contest, Woody.
Hey, back in the day, my dad, he might give me $20, right? And I try to, take a girl to the movies. All right.
Sure.
And, if she wanted, large popcorn, I'm like, I mean, that's small. That's small. The small in a drink. I feel like, and then I'm out here trying to negotiate the tickets and, that beverage with my $20 that I'm trying to, spread through the night. Right now, if I take somebody to the movies, the tickets alone is 20 a piece, right? So that's gone. That's gone. That story is from 2005. All right. 2025 to say $20 to go to a game with somebody else, food included, where you don't have to worry about I guess when you're in the stadium, but the tailgate, everything like that. Come on, like the value for any of us who was taking people to the movies on $20 in 2005, you should see how incredible this deal truly is. So 2 clicks, $20, and it's date day.
There you go. And feel free to submit multiple raffle tickets if you'd like. I was joking about it earlier, but obviously the more raffle tickets you submit, the better your odds are. So if you've already submitted a $20 raffle ticket, you could submit a few more. Because again, the total value of what you're receiving if you win is $600. Your raffle ticket per ticket is $20 a pop. So send in a few. Increase your odds of potentially winning this thing. And good luck to everybody. We tried to make this as affordable as possible to make it an affordable experience for you guys and give you guys all a fair shot. So $20 gives you a chance. It'll be a spinning wheel. It'll be up to the football gods to determine who ends up winning this prize at the end of the month. But every $20 raffle ticket and subscribing to both of our YouTube channels makes you eligible for this giveaway. Good luck, everybody, and I hope a ton of you get an opportunity. I will also say this. If you can't go to the game, but you want to support me and Woody, buy a $20 raffle ticket and say you want to give that away. Like, hey, if I win, I want to give it to somebody else. Feel free. Someone asked that earlier on my morning show. Absolutely. You can attempt to enter the raffle for $20. And let's say you have a family member or something you want to bring. You can pick whoever these tickets go to if you win. That's up to you completely. Or you can make it up to us if we want to pick someone that we think is a good fit. Whatever is up to you guys. But I do hope you guys take full advantage of this because this is a very unique opportunity. And in our Jets content creator world, how many chances are you going to get at $20 to take 2 people to a NFL game with food and drink before the game? And this is professional food. This ain't chips in a bag. This is Chef Kevin Gilbert catering the food with a special menu plus T-shirts for the event. Again, it's just insane. You can't buy a T-shirt for $20. You can't buy a tailgate ticket for $20. You can't buy an NFL ticket for $20. Yet somehow you get all of these things times 2 for a chance at all of them. So you can't beat it, Woody. Can't beat it at all. And I'm really proud and excited that we get to do this throughout the entire month of July. This is the biggest giveaway in my show's history, and it's pretty special.
You didn't have to specify mine, because it's the only giveaway of mine. So, yeah, definitely biggest as well. I appreciate you guys as always. And, yeah, I mean, we're going to be talking about this. It's not the last time. It's the first time. It's actually the second time, but it's not the last time. So we're going to be talking about this as we continue providing that fire content.
By the way, one last shout out on Instagram. Chef Kevin Gilbert saw us doing this giveaway. This is the first he is learning of it. And he said, let's go. He is super excited, apparently, on Instagram that someone's going to get an opportunity for this. So, Chef, salute to you, sir. And thank you for catering this special event. And thank you for the kind words. Yes, one lucky or two lucky, rather, whoever wins this and whoever they choose to take is going to get this grand opportunity. So, going to be pretty special, Woody. Can't wait.
Absolutely. Definitely can't wait. And stay tuned for us talking about Jermaine Johnson on Thursday.
Yeah, I think he's going to make the cut. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you. Take care.